You asked for it, you get it, a pendulum-based beginner combo. Drex here from DrexFactor.com, and I'm coming at you with a brand new combo for the month of June. And this one, unlike some past months, is really truly a combo that is made for beginners. So I'm doing something a little bit different with this combo, namely that I'm going to teach you guys a lot of the moves that you need in the course of this video. That said, there are 3 tricks that would be really helpful for you to pick up before you do this combo. Those tricks are corkscrews, tuck turns, and stalls. Now, you can find links to some tutorials that I've done on these very tricks down in the description of this video, or up in the cards if you happen to be watching it on YouTube. I'm going to show you the combo at full speed, then take you through it piece by piece, and finally show it to you again in slow motion. Make sure to hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you know exactly when I'm dropping a new video. Before we dive in, I just want to take a moment to give a shout out to the friends of the channel. Big thanks to Dark Monk, Emazing Lights, FlowToys, Spinballs, and Ultrapoi for helping to make the videos on this channel possible. You can find them all on the web by following the links that I've got down in the description of this video. So the first thing that I'm sure you're probably thinking after watching all that is, my goodness, there are a lot of pendulums in this combo. And you would be right. I recently did a video on some of my favorite pendulum-based tricks, and that got me thinking about wanting to do a combo around them. Now the funny thing is I'm not actually using any of the pendulum tricks that are in that video, but it was still a good idea and a place to start from. So let me teach you everything you're going to need to know about pendulums in order to get through this combo. We're actually going to start off by just swaying our hands back and forth across the bottom half of our body with the poi being carried with them. Now, I want to get the poi up to about shoulder height on either side of my body, but I don't want to put enough energy into the poi that they go up and over like that. They should always be either just past my hands or below them as I'm going back and forth. See? Okay, so this is going to turn into our first trick. What we're going to do is when the poi are off to our left-hand side right here, I'm actually going to step forward and turn my body all the way around so that my back is now facing the camera and my face is facing the back of the room. The poi keep on going as though nothing has changed. Once again, when the poi are off to my left-hand side, I'm going to step across their plane and turn my entire body so that I'm faced towards the camera again. I can do this as many times as I like, putting in one turn, then another turn, and I can keep on going, just turning my body in complete circles, right? Now, the key to this is making sure that your hands always pass in front of whichever direction your body is facing at any given time, right? If you let one hand go behind your back, not only is it uncomfortable, but the poi is going to get stuck and you can't get it back out. Cool, so for our next trick, we're going to go ahead and have our hands go over top above our head as we keep the poi dangling just beneath them, yeah? I personally like to do this in such a way that I kind of have the poi almost stall out to either side as they're doing pendulums, yeah? The trick to this is making sure that your hands rise slowly enough that the poi heads cannot get above them. And if we want, we can actually change the direction of our poi on either side. I can have them back over to my left, going around what to me looks like it is counterclockwise, and then dart back over to what looks like clockwise in front of me, right? I can either do this when the poi are on bottom, or I can do it when the poi are on top. Really, I just want to make sure that I carry through the momentum either which way, yeah? Okay, last trick then. We're going to try having our hands moving around in opposite directions, like they're going in butterfly, right? Cool, here's how this is going to work. We're going to start with our hands out to the side, and we're going to let them pass by until our arms are crossed, and then we're going to raise our hands up and over to let them exit. This happens slow as molasses. Remember, the point here is to try and keep the poi underneath our hands at all times, yeah? Now, one of those things that is almost certainly going to happen as you go through this is that you're going to get your poi tangled up as you try and bring them up and around. Here's how to fix that. Realize that whichever hand is on bottom is also just a couple inches closer to you. Right now, it's my left hand, yeah? So in order to keep the poi from crossing over each other, make sure that you're always keeping that hand closer as well as the poi. Cool, now you've got all the tools. Now let's start to break this combo down. One thing to keep in mind as we work through this is that this combo obeys something called the rule of threes. This is a really common device in storytelling, and it basically breaks down like this. I'm going to give you the same setup twice, and then the third time I'm going to change something about it. You could probably already think of a ton of jokes and fairy tales that follow this format. it's also a great tool for creating choreography. So in this combo, whenever a trick gets repeated twice, something is going to change on the third rep. Keep your eye out for it. Sweet, so first things first, we're going to play around with that first pendulum trick that we did where we turn. We're going to pitch the poi out to the left and turn once, twice, 3 times, and as the poi come around back in front of us, we're going to switch around to having them sweep up and around and then down below. Yeah? So what that looks like is I pitch left and I step out, I pitch left and step out, they come down and around, go up and over, down and around, up and over. And now on the 3rd time through, I'm going to do a tuck turn. That is, as the poi are coming down and around, and I would normally be bringing them up and around, I'm going to bring them down and around with enough momentum that I'm going to stall the poi back behind my shoulders, turn over to the right, and then stall them out in front of me. So this is where the corkscrew comes in, and it's also going to require just a little bit of footwork. Let's see what that looks like. So first up, I'm going to reach my left foot behind my right foot, like so, which is going to twist up my body in kind of an uncomfortable way, but we're going to get out of here soon, don't worry. Now from here, I get up on the balls of both of my feet, and I untwist around to face the back of the room, and then retwist around to face the camera once again. From here, I can either step out with my left, then right to get back to a normal orientation, or I can step right, then left to get out of it, right? Now here's what the poi are doing through all that. Now as I step behind with my left, my right hand poi is going to come up, and then my left hand poi is going to come up, doing a little bit of a corkscrew until I arrive back in front of myself with the poi resting in front of me. Yeah? So from here, I'm going to switch into that butterfly pendulum move that was the 3rd trick that we learned earlier in this video, right? And I want this to feel as though my arms are crossing and then going out to the sides, crossing as they come up, out to the sides as they go down, right? I do this once, I do this twice, and the 3rd time through, I sweep both my hands and poi down and around to stall to the outside, yeah? From here, I cap off the combo by having my right knee and a focus switch go out to the right, like so, yeah? Cool, so let's try all that again from the top. Cool, so I start off pitching to the left, I turn, pitching to the left, I turn, down and around, up and over once, down and around, up and over twice. 3rd time I come around in a tuck turn and stall down. My left foot reaches behind my right hand goes up, left hand goes up. We come back around to face the camera with the poi at a rest, and we do pendulum butterflies up once, up twice, stall out, right knee and face, both go to the right to cap it off, yeah? Cool, let's see that again in slow-mo. So I very deliberately crafted this combo around doing pendulums because they require just a little bit more precision than standard poi spinning does, right? And that's something that I think beginners should get to work on sooner rather than later. And now I want to see your version of this combo. Do you want to add some tricks? Do you want to take some away? Doesn't matter, I just want to see what you come up with. Please post a video of yourself doing this combo to Instagram with the hashtag DrexFactorPoi. I can't wait to see it. Before I turn you guys loose, I just want to send out a massive thank you to all of my amazing supporters on Patreon. You guys would keep this channel alive and keep a roof over my head. Thank you so much for your contributions. If you dug this video, please hit the subscribe button and help my channel grow. Over here are some other videos that you may like. This one is one that YouTube thinks is similar to this, and this is a whole playlist of other videos that are just like the one that you just watched. Finally, if you'd like to support the work that I do have a Patreon. You can access it either by clicking here or by going to patreon.com/DrexFactorPoi. Thanks so much, and peace.